Hey guys, Josh from GameCrate here with a quick review of the new Acer Predator 15 gaming laptop. The Acer is pretty standard with the i7-6700HQ, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, the GTX 970M graphics card, as well as a 128 SSD, plus there's the 1TB backup drive. The base model is priced at $1,500. You can also get a 256 SSD plus the top shelf 980M graphics card for $1,900. First, let's talk performance. So it's clear to me that Acer actually really optimized this laptop to be a solid performer right out of the box. We did some quick Heaven benchmarks, and it shows that the 970M is absolutely at the top of the pack for performance, as well as the 980M in the higher end models that we benchmarked. It is a really top performer and beating out other laptops. So Acer clearly has some great cooling built in. They also have something that they call the Frost Core, which you pop out the DVD drive and insert this extra fan, and it lowers the temps. Now, some other reviewers have complained that it looks like it's just a fan in a slot, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's a third fan to blow even more air through the system. So the question is, does it work? And in our quick test, it showed that it dropped the temps by 5 to 7 degrees Celsius, which is legit. Those are legit numbers. Whether it works for every single game or how you're using it remains to be seen, but it seems like it actually does work to blow some serious amount of air through the system. The downside is it gets pretty loud. So this is one of the loudest laptops out there of the gaming laptops we tried. In terms of actual cooling numbers, other laptops usually run over 70 degrees. The Predator, at least in the Heaven benchmark, was around 51 degrees, and that's really, really low for a gaming laptop. Again, it's worth mentioning that we only tested the Heaven benchmark, which is a GPU test. I'm sure some other tests like 3D Mark would show how the CPU and GPU together are going to raise the temps in this system. But otherwise, just using this laptop, I feel safe to say that the Predator has one of the best cooling systems of any of the gaming laptops out there right now. Another thing that I really like is Acer's sound system. This is actually one of the very best sound systems of any of the gaming laptops that I've tried. It has 2 speakers in the front, right on this front edge rather than on the top, and it also has a subwoofer on the bottom. Now, it's not really a subwoofer, it's actually just a third speaker. If you put your ear up to it, you'll be able to hear a full range of sound. But all 3 speakers working together, this is by far the loudest of the gaming laptops that I tried. I also really like Acer's keyboard and trackpad. Now, the keyboard has these arrow keys drop down, as well as the WASD keys are really prominently displayed. Now, I always find myself with the other kind of keyboard that doesn't really do this. When gaming, I'm always hitting the wrong keys. So this feature is actually really nice, and I think all gaming laptops, and just laptops in general, really need to break out these keys like this. So the trackpad itself is a bit of a mixed bag. The actual surface of the trackpad, the response isn't the best. It's sort of in the middle of the pack. I think there's room for improvement. But the best feature is this trackpad defeat button. Click that and the trackpad stops functioning. So that means if you're gaming and your palm hits that trackpad, it's not going to register and screw up your game. Also, I think the construction of the laptop is actually really premium. It's all covered in that soft touch rubber, and it looks great, it feels great, and they also included Thunderbolt 3 ports, which I think every laptop now needs to include Thunderbolt 3. It is the future, so good job, Acer. They also included these gamer buttons along the top. These actually work really well. I use them for throttling the fan speed or popping up other features while gaming. There's a lot of depth and flexibility here, so I really like that you can actually use them. So there's a couple downsides worth knowing about. The first is that this screen on the laptop is not G-Sync. Acer does make a G-Sync monitor, but that is their X34 monitor, the 34-inch curved monitor, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely one of the best gaming monitors out there right now. I actually plugged the laptop and was gaming on that monitor, and it's fantastic. But I do wish that the screen on this laptop is G-Sync. I'm betting that Acer will update it in the future, but for now it's just a regular matte finish HD IPS screen. Also, like I mentioned, the trackpad isn't the best, and I found just for regular usage, it became frustrating pretty quickly. I do bring a gaming mouse with me, so that's how I prefer to use the laptop. I hope in the future revisions, Acer really puts an excellent trackpad in here. Finally, the looks. A lot of people don't like how this looks. I mean, it's a huge logo with font and just screams, gaming laptop. I'm a gamer. Personally, I wish they had dialed it down a little bit more, kept more in line with their X34 monitor, which is a really great looking piece of hardware. But, tell me what you think. Do you think that this is just way over the top or, perfect? So other than the few issues, I think this is absolutely one of the very best gaming laptops out there right now. So props to Acer for not making just a generic gaming laptop, but actually taking the time to improve on the basic formula and add features that are really useful. So look forward to the Acer Predator line expanding in the future and seeing what they have to offer. And be sure to visit newegg.com to purchase and subscribe to GameCrate for all the latest hardware news and gaming reviews.